Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Archetype Learning Solution channel, where we talk about all things employee engagement. My name is Danielle Lord. I am the founder and principal of Archetype Learning Solutions, and I want to come on today to do just a short video about a LinkedIn post that I saw that piqued my attention and curiosity this morning. And that was someone asking how they get the middle group, that kind of sort of neutral, not fully in, not fully out group, to participate in a survey. So the original poster set it up as that she wanted to get input from this group, which I think is really important. This is a really powerful group of folks. They have one foot in the I'm okay camp. They have one foot in the I'm not okay camp. It's a really powerful group to connect with, because they're going to be the quickest and easiest to turn one way or the other. And hopefully we turn them in the way of engaged rather than disengaged team members. So the original poster asked the question, I'm putting out random, or every couple of months, I'm putting out a survey, an internal survey, to try and catch this group. So if you've seen me talk or read my book before, you know that I really dislike internal surveys. It really creates a situation where employees just do not feel that they can share things confidentially and remain safe, or have that space of psychological safety. So I would first say never do an internal survey, because you just don't have that trust. And if you've already got employee engagement issues to begin with, you're not going to gain further trust by putting out an internal survey. So let me just share an example of this. So when I was working as an organizational development professional in the corporate sector, we often did what are called 360 reviews. So another conversation for another day. Even the 360 reviews were seen by many managers and director level folks as they were tenuous. They were a little leery to take them or to have a 360 conducted, because they didn't trust enough that the results would not be used against them in a performance evaluation. So a great reason to have your 360 reviews separate from your HR, normal HR function, because there's just not trust even there. And those were a group of managers and directors who at that time were more engaged. We're finding now, is a caveat or context to that statement, we're finding or starting to see now that managers and even directors are just not engaged. So we're starting to see those results decrease a little bit. So back to the original poster, how can I use an internal survey to connect with my folks who aren't engaged? And one, avoid the internal survey, please, at all costs. You are not helping yourself, and you're putting a lot of time and effort into a situation in which you're most likely not going to get any results. So someone suggested that they do focus groups. Focus groups are great for very specific reasons. And I would say, again, this is not the time and space to do focus groups, because they're very time consuming. They require a lot of energy. They require facilitators. They require multiple sessions where you can allow people to opt in or out. So they're generally pretty time consuming. And then you have to take all of that data and analyze it in some way. And qualitative data analysis is challenging in and of itself. So if you're not certain on how to look at and analyze qualitative data, you might be coming to the wrong conclusions. And again, that's a very time-consuming process to go through that data analysis. And so focus groups are great, but only if you have kind of some really targeted areas that you want to get more, kind of drill down and get a little bit more information on. Secondarily to that, if you have folks who, again, one foot in, one foot out, they're probably not going to feel the psychological safety to come into a focus group of their peers and have a perhaps emotionally charged conversation. Now, the folks who are definitely on the outs and they're giving you the ones and the twos and they're very vocally disengaged, they're not going to have a problem coming in and being very vocal about what it is that they want to share. They are the ones that are at the place of, fuck this place. I am so ready to move beyond. I'm going to come in and potentially be very disruptive, and I don't care if you fire me. So now again, you're creating disruption, potentially creating disruption within your focus group as well. So what is the solution? What do you do? I'm saying not to do an internal survey, saying please avoid focus groups. The best way is to have those quality daily interactions that engage everybody every day. So if getting out there for the first time and trying to elicit information from someone who maybe is on the fence, you're not going to just walk out onto the floor and start asking those questions and get the information that you need. And this is the biggest problem that we have in our organizations right now, is that we have lost the ability to be in relationship with those that we work with. So we've lost the relationships. We've lost the ability to communicate. We've lost the ability to have trust. So we have to work up to this and slowly start to implement some of these things, like being out and about, taking off your leader name badge, if you will, and showing up as someone who just says, I want to connect with you as a human. I want to hear what your experience is. And let's do this in a one-to-one environment where it's safe for you and you feel trusted enough to have a conversation with me in a private or a more confidential type of setting. So to the poster who said, what can I do? No one's responding to my surveys. No, probably not going to respond to your surveys, and your focus groups are not likely to get you the information that you're looking for as well. You have to be out, you have to get out, you have to start engaging with individuals, building up the trust, enhancing the communication, and establishing the relationships. And then you can begin to get the information that you need. And in doing those simple things, the relationship, the trust, the communication, you're already helping to increase engagement anyways, because you're allowing for folks to feel heard. So secondarily to feeling heard, now we have to take some actions, which is why a lot of our tools and templates, specifically the rounding tools and templates and the one-to-one interviews or the one-to-one conversations, can be really impactful using those as tools and templates. So there's my response, my solution to what do I do? I'm not getting the information that I need. You need to go in search of it, but you got to give it time and you got to connect with people. And really, at the end of the day, we're ultimately all seeking human connections. So that's how we get engagement and how we begin to turn this ship. So if this resonates with you, please like and subscribe and share a comment, ask a question, share some things that have worked for you. And I'd love to continue the conversation. Thanks so much. And again, Danielle Lord, Archetype Learning Solutions. And this is a conversation about all things engagement. Hope to see you again.